Birds of Prey, the latest DC film, has come out. I was lucky enough to attend the world premiere, got to meet the cast, Margot Robbie, the director Cathy Yan, and the list goes on. It was absolutely amazing. And obviously I got to watch the film, so this is my review for Birds of Prey. So, directed by Cathy Yan, as I said, starring Margot Robbie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ewan McGregor, and a lot more. Obviously you got the whole Birds of Prey. This film is definitely one of the best DC films. I don't think it's the very top. I think it's just below, say, Aquaman and Shazam, which are around the same level for me. Wonder Woman's still my favourite DCEU film, but Birds of Prey is really impressive. And I think it's a lot down to the style and, how stylized, the whole ride is, because it's really a ride. It's this grand piece of entertainment that honestly never gets boring. It's always entertaining, but also it's a really well-made film. It's really well done, and within this style there is this color palette, and the color palette is ever changing, but it's always interesting and always vibrant. So the cinematography and the pairing with the direction is really, really impressive, and you've got all of that, but obviously the big thing lots of people are going to talk about is Margot Robbie and the cast. They're all fantastic. Robbie is on top form. Harley was the most likable thing about Suicide Squad, and now she is, up there with some of my favorites, because I think this film really gets to who Harley Quinn is, the quirky nature, how lovable she is, and quite honestly, how brutal and how kind of unrelenting she is, because you never really got that sense in Suicide Squad. And so Birds of Prey fashions a proper Harley Quinn, and Margot Robbie is just fantastic. I think, it's one of her better roles. Obviously, she's done some of the best work in recent years with The Wolf of Wall Street, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I, Tonya. This is up there. This is very, very impressive work. And so it's very well made. You can see, scene to scene, there is a plan. Nothing seems to be chalked up to, in post-production because something has not been directed and staged well enough that they need to put in loads of shots where they just cut between, just to fill up time and fill up the space so the continuity can work. And that's a problem with a lot of big blockbusters. Obviously Suicide Squad fell into that pit hole, but Birds of Prey doesn't, and I think that's down to Cathy Yan and her direction. It's well directed, and there is obviously a vision, and this vision I believe has actually been sort of matched. At a few points in the film, I was a little bit sort of took off guard by some of the choices, by the use of this early scene in the club, and there's a few scenes which reference Marilyn Monroe, where you see the experimental use of frame rates and speeding up of time and stuff. I wasn't expecting that, and I don't think it works completely well, that bit. And I think there is a missed opportunity with the sort of Marilyn Monroe section where she's thinking in her head what she could do. I think that potentially it could have been absolutely beautiful. Like if you see in the trailer when it cuts to her in that red room scene, it's visually absolutely gorgeous when it's just that cut. But I think there is a few problems in the editing with, some choices. Obviously they're stylistic choices. Some people would love those. But there was just a few things like that didn't completely work for me, and it was a little bit of a letdown in regards to that. But to be honest, I don't have much complaints about the film. And now let's move on to talk about the villains. So we have Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. He is absolutely fantastic. He's quirky like Harley Quinn. He's very lovable like Harley Quinn. But at the same time, like Harley Quinn, he is also detestable. And I really think that Ewan gives a fantastic performance. I think he's one of the best DC villains that we've seen. I think he is potentially the best one from the DCEU. I think that's up to debate, but he's definitely up there. And so I would happily watch days on end of Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. And so in regards to the actual Birds of Prey, we have Huntress, we have Black Canary. Those two are my favorites, obviously barring Harley Quinn because that's everyone's favorite, right? But I was really impressed by Huntress and Black Canary specifically. Potentially I did want a little bit more of the Birds of Prey because, the team up comes very close to the end. It's great when they do. Black Canary only uses her cryo once, and I feel like maybe they should have extended it or had a bit more time with the Birds of Prey, but that's not such a big deal because I think the lead up to it is absolutely fantastic with, the main focus being on Harley and then occasionally seeing these other characters. But then really, it does work, so there's no real complaint here. But yeah, so Birds of Prey is fantastic. I really liked it. I think it's very stylish and just a well-oiled piece of entertainment that really works and is very, very good. So thank you guys for watching this video. I will have some other videos out on Birds of Prey in the next coming days as people start to see the film. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
I see